Hi, welcome to Three Random Monkeys, and another episode of We Don't Know What the Hell We're Doing. I'm Dana.
I'm Bill.
And today we are going to be I guess we're going to put together this Leo Jaymz Strandberg copy kit. We're going to put everything together, see how it sounds. It's too cold to do any finishing work outside. So we're just going to put it together the way it is and see how things go. First thing we're going to do before we do our kind of dry run assembly is the frets are very highly polished, very, very nice. I used a fret rocker on everything, and there's no high frets, which surprised the heck out of me. But the edges, especially down here, are a little sharp. So it's not gonna take much. So we're gonna knock them off. I've got these old fret leveling or fret edge leveling tools, and all I got to do, I'm not applying hardly any pressure. It's just, I'm using the 90-degree one now to make sure that the fret edges are level with the fretboard. So that feels much better.
All right, so you didn't get any instructions with.
Well, the way that I'm looking at it, if I spread out the electronics in this fashion, it looks like this pickup.
Because the pickups are unmarked.
Right.
As far as bridge and neck.
Yep, we don't know. Rounding. Anyhow, this is how we're going to.
That makes sense.
We're going to wire it like this and see what happens.
Woohoo!
We got all the hardware in a bag and it's numbered.
Who needs instructions?
We don't need instructions.
We don't need no stinking instructions.
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Based on where the wire is coming out and where the pole pieces traditionally go,
and where the holes in the body are.
Where the holes in the body are, it certainly seems like Mr. Yellow Wire goes in the neck, Mr. Red Wire goes in the bridge.
Installing the selector switch.
Yeah. All right, input jack.
Input jack. Okay, we hit our first snag. The input jack will not fit in the hole, so we're going to have to enlarge the hole. He is now putting the back plate on to keep the wires from flopping out of there. Well, we've managed to have no spare parts. And I guess more importantly, we're not short parts either. You can see Dana's putting those saddles back in because he had to pull them out to get to the screws. I think we mentioned that before.
Little tiny machine screws are what's going to allow us to do the intonation. Allow us to adjust the height of the saddles.
What's up with that? So people can see what's going on there. All right. There it is, a done deal. Now you're all wondering just what is the radius of a Leo Jaymz Headless kit?
I actually think it's 16 all the way. It's a 16 radius.
The ball end actually goes up at the lack of headstock area. I don't know if you can see that hole right there. Yep. So we're going to push this through the hole.
Let me try it.
All right, So it's sticking through. Back way over there.
There it is, kind of.
Yep.
Crank it round, lad.
Yep.
Crank it. Just because of that roller. So what is that, like 2 inches?
It's at least an inch, inch and a quarter, I think.
Okay.
So, we found out that we've got our pickups wired backwards. So we're gonna have to, it's solderless, so we can just flip the wires under the control cavity. First off, you can tune it with your fingers without using the little lever. It is, it's small and it takes a little effort to get it going. The ergonomics are, the gut cut is perfect for me. The arm carve is great. It's very, very lightweight. The headstock is perfectly smooth, where my Strandberg actually has a sharp edge on the lack of headstock, where if my technique is terrible, I run my pointer finger into it. But this, so far, we just tuned it up. It's new strings, gotta wear them in, but
what about the bridge?
Wrong. The bridge is super comfortable for palm muting. It's rounded. There's nothing. It's not like any of the Floyd Roses or anything like that, where you've got nuts and bolts sticking up that'll catch on you. It is the volume knob. If you're one of the people that likes to slide, get your that's crackly. You can hear that. Yeah, I don't know. Now this is what's bad. Hello! Hello! So they're very microphonic, and so they're going to be getting replaced. Probably going to be replacing the pots too. But other than that, it seems...
Well, how does it sound except from being microphonic?
Well, if you're all high gain, they all sound the same, right? Didn't. Now the fretboard access is insane. I mean, I can go, it's 24 fret, but yeah, it's easier to get up here than it is on my Strandberg and probably any other guitar I've got. So that's pretty crazy. It's got a pretty chunky neck, but it doesn't feel like it. And I don't know, it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna do, it's obviously gonna take some work to sanding and finishing and all that kind of fun stuff. The frets aren't bad, but they certainly could be better with a little polish, so I might do that too. But yeah, pickups electronics are gonna get swapped.
What's your overall impression, first impression here?
Well, for under 200 bucks, it's impressive as hell, especially since I've got a Strandberg to compare it against. And if I never had a headless guitar before, I would be pretty blown away by just how ergonomic and lightweight they are. It's crazy, and it's got the body shape that it will lend itself well, to classical style. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I'm blown away so far.
Nice.
It's a kit, so it takes work, but like anything else of value, it takes work. Oh, And the pickup selector knob keeps falling off, so that sucks. Anyhow, I'm impressed so far. We'll see how well it intonates, stays intonated, stays in tune, and then when it warms up, which today it was 66 degrees in the middle of December in Colorado. That's kind of out of the ordinary, but need some consistently warm weather to paint and stain or whatever the hell I'm going to do with this. So thanks for watching.